Chris started very promisingly, but things went awry in the second half. What was the problem there from your point of view?
Look, I think at 22-3, if we had scored one more try out of about the 16 chances we had, I think it might have been enough to give us that break. But they scored a try just before half time, which I think gave them a little bit of momentum going into the half to make it 22-10. And then in the second half, they got some belief and the crowd got behind them and the momentum swung quite heavily. And then we went down to 14 men and they scored a couple of tries during that period of time. And we failed to stem the tide once it came crumbling in.
Chris, your take on that yellow card and really just how a massive effect it had on the outcome of the game?
You know that we're not allowed to comment on referees, so I won't say anything about it. But whether it was or it wasn't, but it certainly had an impact on the game.
Chris, I know you won't want to make excuses, but does this show again just how hard it is to travel, especially to altitude?
Well, it's an interesting question, and I'm not sure whether the lack of oxygen at altitude affects the muscles in the legs or the brain more, because we've made some pretty average decisions. But look, I think it's whichever way you go. I think that the team that's sitting at home, not having to travel, is going to have an advantage, and they got that advantage from finishing first in the competition, and that's the advantage they get, and so be it.
And how did you guys feel on the field? I mean, with that same question, did you feel that you were getting tired?
I think we definitely felt we lost a bit of punch, especially in that second half. We probably shut up shop too. I think we probably kicked a bit too much. In that first half, we really controlled the tempo of the game. We were running around, and we probably, when we shut up shop, we let them back in the game, and they got their tails up, like Bordy said. So you definitely feel it out there, but you can't. It's just you've got to embrace it and just go as hard as you can. And I think when our bench came on, I think the game was probably in the Lions' hands. They had their tails up and they had the momentum. So it is what it is. You just got to deal with it.
Dane, you guys played the Lions twice last season. Other than obviously the advantage of home ground, have you seen an improvement in them, or have you seen anything different in their game this year?
They're a quality side, mate, and they deserve to finish the top of the table of the Super Comp. And you can tell they've got great belief in their team. And they never gave up, and obviously they came out with the result. So I'm pretty sure they can go all the way and win the competition. So they deserve to have a home final, and it's going to be a hell of a game next week.
They talked about that. How difficult a proposition is it now for a team to travel from New Zealand and for a 4 o'clock kickoff next week, Saturday, altitude, given the legs after the travel and the match in Christchurch this morning?
That Crusaders team's pretty experienced, mate, so they've got a lot of senior player, All Black boys that have done that travel a lot of times, so they know how to travel, and they'll make sure they do everything they can to prepare well and make sure they come out and give themselves their best chance of winning the game. But like what he said, being home for the Lions is a big factor. They have to travel, they've got all the support, so you just have to sit back and watch and see how it goes.
Dane, just on the yellow card again, obviously Yaku had a conversation with you. Was it for continuous infringement? What was the explanation?
I was just trying to get a bit of clarity on it. He was right at the end of the day. They made a line break, they looked like scoring, and we obviously Brady went off his feet and gave away a yellow, the penalty he thought was a yellow card, so I was just getting a bit of clarity and having chatted, and it's just the way it is,
Dane, was it possible that you guys were a bit overconfident at the half-time break?
Oh no, definitely not, mate. We've been talking about it all week that we want to start it really well, and we just come out in that second half, but we just didn't have that intensity, and like I said, we shut up shop a bit. We didn't really attack, or we probably kicked a little bit too much. No, we were definitely not overconfident. We knew we had a big 40 minutes ahead of us to get the job done, and unfortunately we came out short.
Chris, from your side, who do you think is, obviously the Lions have got the home final, but from your point of view, who do you think is going to take?
Well, I think the Crusaders have strengths in different areas than we do, obviously, and their strengths are more matched and aligned to the strengths of the Lions, I think. And so, the guys with the small numbers on their backs are probably going to decide that game. I think the forward back that gets the ascendancy will probably win. So I think it'll be a good contest because they've both got very good packs. I think both sides, despite the fact that the Lions play fairly expansive football and scored a lot of tries, I think when it comes down to the real key part of the game, it'll be around the battle between the packs.
So for you guys that was out on the field, how big a role did the crowd and the role that they play? How big a factor was that?
Oh yeah, it's pretty huge. They were pretty quiet in their first half, which was good. And then they got their tails up, and then they got right behind their team, which is that's what finals footy is about. We managed a few games at home last year, and the crowd have a big influence of bringing you home, and there's nothing better than seeing your home crowd get right behind you and stuff like that. So yeah, they got a bit louder in that second half, and I'm pretty sure the Lions boys will be pretty happy with the way the crowd got up and cheered the boys home.
Chris, we were surprised this week, just in the build-up, some of the New Zealand media were giving the Lions no chance, and a number of the media pundits there. Obviously, not with you guys took it very seriously. Did it surprise you as well?
It did. I think it probably showed a lack of respect for the opposition, really. We don't control the media, obviously, and it's probably helped the Lions in a way that they've been written off so heavily. But I was surprised, yeah.
Dane, just looking ahead to the internationals coming up, how happy are you to be back on the field, and how did you feel out there?
Yeah, obviously a frustrating year, but just happy to be back playing some footy that for the Canes, and yeah, hopefully I've get myself in the chance to put the black jersey on again, but those out of my control. But yeah, just happy to put the Canes jersey back on again. It's it was taken away from me for a bit, but yeah, just love playing footy and running around with a team that means a lot to me.
Must have been frustrating missing the Lions series then.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it was pretty frustrating, but it's just one of those things, mate. I couldn't control, and yeah, it was pretty tough. But yeah, that's life. Got to get on with it.